Next we are talking about electric potential energy. From the definition of potential, we know that potential is work done per unit charge. V is equal to W by Q naught. But if we rewrite this equation as W equal to Q naught V, this equation has got an important meaning. This equation indicates that if we have to move a charge Q naught in the electric potential of some other source charge, then some work we have to do. We have to spend some energy for movement of charge Q naught in the electric potential of other charge, and this energy which we have to spend or to use to move Q naught in the potential of other charge is nothing but the electrostatic potential energy. If you remember the equation F is equal to Q naught E, we know that whenever a charge Q naught is present in the electric field of other charge, it experiences a force. So if this is a charge Q which is creating its electric field, and we consider 2 points A and B, electric field will be directed in this direction away from the charge Q towards say O to A, and we want to move Q naught from A to B, that is against the electric field of the charge Q, because Q naught and Q, they are same in nature, so they are obviously going to repel each other. So against this repulsive force, if we want to move Q naught from A to B, some external agent has to apply force same as that of F equal to Q naught E, but directed opposite to direction of electric field. So in this case, the external agent will be spending some of his energy in order to move the charge from A to B, and this energy is nothing but the electric potential energy. Moreover, we call this not simply as electric potential energy, but it is electrostatic potential energy. Why we call it as electrostatic potential energy? Reason being, if we compare or take an example of gravitational potential energy, when a body is raised at certain height above the ground, if this is the ground level and body is raised at certain height h, mass is raised at certain height h above the ground, here its potential energy is mgh. Here the body is not in the stationary in the dynamic state, moving state, but it is in the stationary state. So in the stationary state it possesses a potential energy because some work has to be done against the gravity to lift it in the upward direction. Similarly, here some work has to be done to move Q naught from A to B against the electric field E of the charge Q. So here you were doing the work against the gravity to lift the body against the gravitational field. Here we are doing the same thing, but here Q naught is moving against the repulsion of the charge Q from A to B, that is we are bringing the charges closer together. So here whatever energy we are doing, whatever work we are doing it not only to move from A to B, but to keep Q naught permanently fixed at the point B. Just like when body of mass m is present at height h, we always have to hold it against the force of gravity so that it always maintains its gravitational potential energy mgh. If we let it go, it will drop, potential energy will decrease. If we raise it further, we are doing even greater work against the gravity, so potential energy increases. So in potential energy we are not moving the body. Same is the case here. We have to just move the body, that is Q naught, from A to B, and we have to hold it there against the repulsion of the charge Q. So the work or energy which we have to be spent or required for doing this to hold Q naught at B against the repulsion of charge Q, that is we call it as the electrostatic potential energy. So electric potential energy is the energy stored when number of charges are brought close together. We can compare it with the help of bow and arrow arrangement. Example, when we stretch the string of the bow such that it has huge amount of tension inside it, it stores huge amount of potential energy due to elasticity of the string, and when we let it go, the same potential energy gets converted into the kinetic energy. Similarly, when number of charges are brought close together, like charges especially, they all tend to repel each other. But if we want to hold them together in a very small space, we have to do huge amount of work against their repulsion. So in this case, this system of charges, it is going to possess a huge amount of electric potential energy. That's what is happening also in the positive and the negative terminals of the cells or the batteries. So huge amount of electric energy is stored inside the cell at the positive as well as at the negative terminal. But as soon as cell is brought inside a closed circuit by connecting it to a bulb with the help of a wire, the huge amount of the negative charge present at the negative terminal, it repels the free electrons inside the wire, due to which whole of the potential energy tends to get released and gets converted into kinetic energy, which makes the electrons to move from negative to the positive terminal towards the cell, so that the moving charges create electric current and the bulb lights up. So this work which we have to do to collect all these charges against their repulsion, so that they can be enclosed in a small space at their respective positions without the movement of any charge, this energy we call energy required, we call it as the electric potential energy. Next, we want to derive a simple expression for it. For this, we consider that we have three charges, point charges Q1, Q2 and Q3. Initially, all the three charges are present at infinity. A, B and C, they are the points where Q1 is to be placed at A, Q2 is to be placed at B, Q3 is to be placed at C. But they are not going to place simultaneously, but one by one we have to bring them from infinity, and they have to be placed at the point of their respective locations. Suppose first we bring charge Q1 from infinity and we place it at the point A. So work done for this W1, for the first charge Q1 will be 0. We know that work done dW is equal to Q0 into dV. So work done will be there only when potential difference will be there. If dW is equal to 0, dV equal to 0, then dW will also be equal to 0. So when Q1 was brought from infinity and placed at point A, there was no other charge present in its vicinity, such that potential at the point A was totally equal to 0. So work done is also equal to 0, because no electric field is existing in this region. Now Q2 is brought from infinity and it's now placed at the point B. When Q2 is brought from infinity and is to be placed at the point B, we have to do some work, energy has to be spent. Reason, before Q2, Q1 was arriving, so Q1 would have created electric field around it and would have created some electric potential at the point B. So some work has to be done against that potential. So that work done is W2 equal to Q2 into V1. V1 is the potential of Q1 at the point B. Using expression for a single charge, we have this work done as W2 equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 over R12. R12 is the distance between point A and B. Now finally we bring charge Q3 from infinity and we place it at the point C. Now when the charge Q3 is to be placed at the point C, even greater amount of work is to be done for bringing this charge and to place it at the point C. Reason, when Q2 was brought, it was brought only in the potential of Q1. Potential was less, so work done was also less. But when Q3 has to be brought at and to be placed at point C, work done will obviously be greater. Reason, because at point C, not only Q1 but Q2 is also applying its electric potential. So Q3 is to be brought against the electric potential of Q1 as well as potential of Q2. So for work done, for this case W3 it will be equal to Q3 into V1 dash plus Q3 into V2 dash. V1 dash is the electric potential of Q1 at C. V2 is the potential of Q2 at C. So using the expression for the single point charge, this work done becomes equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q3 over R13. R13 is the distance between Q1 and Q3 plus 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 Q3 over R23. R23 is the distance between Q2 and Q3. So in this case, one by one we have brought the charges Q1, Q2 and Q3, and we have calculated the work done for each case. So total work done, which will give us the total electric potential energy of the system of these three charges, will be W1 plus W2 plus W3, which will be 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught, taking it common, Q1 Q2 over R12 plus Q1 Q3 over R13 plus Q2 Q3 over R23, which will be labeled as U. We can rewrite the equation in the summation form as U equal to half 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught summation I comma j going from 1 to 3, because there are three charges with I not equal to j, qi, qj, rij. I not equal to j, because if we keep I equal to j also, then we will have the equation 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught q1 over r1. This means that an electric charge q1 is applying electric repulsive force onto itself, which is not possible. So I cannot be equal to j. Moreover, we have placed a factor of half over here. Reason we have done this to avoid double counting, because if I is equal to 1 and j is equal to 2, we will have the equation q1 q2 over r12. Now if we interchange the label, I is equal to 2, j is equal to 1, again we will have the same equation q1 q2 over r12. So if we do not place this half factor, so we will have a single term getting counted twice. So in order to avoid double counting, half factor is placed. If we generalize the result for a system of n charges, we have equation u equal to 1 by 2 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught summation I j running from 1 to n with I not equal to j, qi qj over rij. So formally we can define electric potential energy of a system of charges as electric potential energy of a system of charges may be defined as amount of work done in assembling the charges at their respective location. Again, earlier I was talking about that potential energy is not the energy to move, but to place the charges at their and to hold the charges at their location. So it is the amount of work done in assembling the charges at their respective locations by bringing them together from infinity against electrostatic force or repulsion of each other without producing any acceleration in them. This is an important thing which we have to add, that it is amount of work done in assembling the charges at their respective locations by bringing them together against electrostatic force or repulsion without producing any acceleration in them. Thank you.